Right now, I would like to invite Brother Richard Gary. I met him the first time when we had our conference in Orlando. Remember that, Brother Richard? We
I
had
sure
lunch.
do.
No, that was dinner. We had dinner together
Yep.
uh, with many, many people. We had a lot of fun. And Brother Richard had used the patch, get great testimonials. You guys need to hear it because everybody can use this patch. You don't have to be an acupuncturist or learning acupuncture like myself. So let's bring Brother Richard Gary to share about his testimonial on how he used his patches on himself and all his family members and friends. Okay, brother, go ahead. It's all yours.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Roy. Thank you for everybody for being here. And I thank for the opportunity here to share with you folks. Um, I'm Richard Gary. I'm 76 years old. I own a medical equipment company of 27 years. I'm very much into wellness because I'm a cardiac patient with an extensive history. And you hear about people with comorbidities, you're looking at one. And I discovered LifeWave in a search on the internet. And I spent over 3 hours online looking at it, grasped it, called the corporation, and I said, I want to talk to somebody who's really putting this together. Within 10 minutes, Lorenzo McGrew calls me back. 3 days later, he's meeting me 5.5 hours from his home in New York, in Ocean City, Maryland, where I've rented a lobby of a hotel because rooms weren't available. We spent 3 wonderful hours together. He patched me, and I had multiple situations, and he got me from a 9 down to a 2. And he told me in 10 minutes, he said, your demeanor has changed. And that's because we started with the Aeon on my neck and the Ice Wave.
Mm-hmm.
These patches are unbelievable. I have an extensive medical background, and I'm very much into alternative, and I read this, and the science is unbelievable. And I had a bout with COVID 3 weeks ago, and that probably saved my life. I used the patches, and they just brought my level up. I used the Superman protocol and X3949 combination, and I told you how old I am, and I'm working at my office 45 to 50 hours a week, and I'm 3 weeks out. And I don't know
Wow.
about long COVID, but I know about long life wave, and it takes care of it. My son is a medical ER doc, and he called me and he said, you fought that for 26 months. And I've got to say the glutathione patches that increase your level 300% in 24 hours is unbelievable. You can take all the pills you want, and it might go up 10% in a month. You can do the injections for $140 a pop. They'll last a week, and you're not going to get the results. That's my oldest son. He's a colonel in the Army, and he's a LifeWave user and member as well. And he is, and his brother is also in the military, and he's the ER doc. This guy's, he's the ranger and so forth. But unbelievable. But the big story is my brother. And my brother's 80 years old, and in 18 months, he went through a triple bypass, and he ended up catching pneumonia, and he had renal failure, and he was in a coma for 2 weeks, and he had the mitral valve replaced, and he had aortic stenosis, and they had to repair that. In addition, he got COVID, and he finished it up with sepsis. I got to see him about 7 weeks ago, and that's when we started patching. And and I just said, hey, we're going to do whatever we have to. And I talked to Brother Roy, and I talked to Lorenzo, and we did the Superman protocol and so forth. He had tremendous back pain because he was so weak. He had lost over 65 pounds in the hospitalizations. The shell of a man. You see the picture of he and his wonderful wife right there, Sharon. And he was nothing like he looked. And he was going to do a testimonial for us. And it got to the point where he started going backwards, because at one point he said, I asked him, I said, are you ready to do this? He said, yeah. And I said, how much better are you now than when we started with the patches? And he just said, I'm 60% better, with a tremendous amount of conviction. And at one point he could walk 3 or 4 feet, and that was about it. Within 5 weeks, we had him walking around his apartment. He took his wife and me out to dinner. 5 weeks. And so huge. And I mean, you know, when you have the weakness that he had, and he had kidney problems and heart problems and so forth, for him to be able to do that, these patches are a miracle. But you know, his condition was too far beyond even the reach of the patches, because we were very hopeful, and it looked like from day to day, he's getting a little better, he's getting a little better, and so forth. And what a fighter, what a fighter. And God bless him. But you know what? His kidneys were not functioning well. He started loading fluid, and that was just too much strain for the heart. His ejection fraction was at 20%. And he was a great, great brother. I have another brother who's just as great, but this guy was the life of the party, and just never, ever, ever gave up, and was always there. So it's a tremendous loss, but it's a tremendous gain, because he's down with God, and he's with his father and his mother, and he lost his son early in life, and he's with him. And so he's just doing great. And his wife said to me, and she's wonderful, her name is Sharon, and she has her own issues. She had lung cancer and COPD. So we have her on X39 and 49 now, and hopefully it'll start to make a difference. And she said, you know, you extended your brother's life. And I said, no, I didn't. I said, the patches did. I said, I just happened to be the person who brought him here. And I said, that's kind of you to say. But the biggest thing, it took his pain away. He was comfortable, because anybody that has back pain, you know how difficult back pain can be, and so forth. But thank God for the patches, and thank God for this team. Thank God for Roy and Rick and Lorenzo. And you guys are just tremendous. The transparency and the honesty in this business, when this business isn't normally known for that, is very, very touching. And you're so genuine and down to earth. And it's really, really a blessing just to be around all you people. And I'll put old Pastor Ed in there too. Pastor Ed and Vicky are just doing wonderful. And they were a gift from Lorenzo in my organization. So thank you for everyone and so on. Personally, the patches not only helped me through the COVID recovery, but I've got some multiple back surgeries, and some oops happened in there. Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah, sure, right. Anyway, there's a thing called pudendal nerve entrapment, and it's worse than sciatica. And the patches are helping me control it, because I'm still pretty functional at my age, and I expect to get better every day. And the only way I can do that is with the patches. So I am looking forward to Orlando and David's newest discovery. I don't know what it is, but I know it's going to be great, because I was there, you know, with Roy and Lorenzo at the conference in Orlando when they brought out X49. I almost fell through the floor, because X49 will rebuild the endothelium. And for those that aren't on that page, endothelium is the inner lining of your arteries and your veins, which basically gets into your heart. And it's like, hello, you talk about renewing things. What a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And like Brother Roy says, you know, this is an exclusive. There's nothing like this out there anywhere. So go talk to people, and go find the people that want to take care of themselves, and just patch them. That's the way to build this business, is you patch it, because it's a great, great demo, and they can't argue with it. You can read all day long, you know, and philosophize all day long, but you put the patches on, your work is done. And it's amazing the results that I've had. But you know, the whole deal, you can talk about it all you want. And I made that mistake early on, because that's my background. And talking doesn't get it done. Patch them.
Yes.
Patch them, you know, and that's what works the best for me.